24 hours of chaos, crisis in Israel put on pause by the country's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as a controversial push for legislation that would overhaul the country's judicial system, again, put on pause and putting this chaotic atmosphere somewhat on pause. Let's take a listen to what Benjamin Netanyahu said or how he introduced the freeze.
Out of a sense of national responsibility, out of a will to prevent a rupture among our people, I've decided to pause the second and third readings of the bill in this session of the Knesset in order to give time and reach that wide consensus.
And as a reminder, the chaotic atmosphere, the crisis of hundreds of thousands of Israelis on the streets protesting all night long, throughout the day, nationwide strike, embassies shut throughout the world, hospitals closed, universities closed, schools closed. That all started on Sunday night when Benjamin Netanyahu sacked the defense minister, and that was because the defense minister said, let's put a pause on this process of pushing through legislation, an overhaul to the legislative system, because I'm seeing a very tangible and real threat to Israel's security. In response, Benjamin Netanyahu fired him. So what are people saying? What's the response or what's the reaction to this proposed freeze for about a month to possibly negotiate a more palatable reform to the legislation? Some are welcoming it. The country's president is welcoming the opportunity for the sides to sit down and negotiate. As well, some of the opposition leaders are welcoming this. Other opposition leaders are saying we don't buy it. We know Benjamin Netanyahu. We don't believe him. We believe what he's doing is he's buying time and that it's a bluff. As well, the protest leaders say we also don't buy it. We believe that he is buying time again. And the reforms, these dramatic reforms, will continue in a month. So as far as the protest leaders are concerned, Benjamin Netanyahu crossed a red line. He can't cross back, and they'll stay on the streets until he's no longer in place as Prime Minister. Stephanie Freid, CGTN, Tel Aviv.